Good afternoon. I just wanted to show another deck since it's raining. Tried to run earlier today, got soaking wet. Same thing yesterday. I think the same thing tomorrow. So either I do the treadmill or keep reading books, which kind of makes my brain hurt sometimes. So I thought I would show some of the decks I haven't shown yet. But first I wanted to mention for anyone who's participating in the candle light setting that these are your candles back here. The one in the middle's kind of mine for family, friends, and just everybody else, whether you participated or not. So it ended up being 7 candles. So kind of 6 people, but 2 of them are for one person and their friend, or the names are in the book, but I decided I won't, show that, even though anybody could tell from the comments who's doing it. I just don't want to dwell on that part of it. So I'm going to turn on some lights and show the Xultun Tarot. It's a Maya tarot deck. This is the $8 version. I think there's a $45 version. I saw higher prices. I'm not sure. I did not get the book called The Flight of Feathered Serpent, and that's one of the reasons. And plus, I think I saw there's a couple of reviews, maybe 3. I forget. But the title in the book itself has the missing. So The Flight of Feathered Serpent instead of The Flight of the Feathered Serpent. Not that I'm exactly the English grammar whatever police, because if you've seen any of my writing, that's just not true. Same goes for my drawing and doodling. In my head, everything's like Donatello, Raphael, Leonardo, Van Gogh. But then pen hits paper and something else happens sometimes. So let's take this cover off, which I want to save. I found this at Walmart. I have several of them now. And let's, turn on the light since there's not much sun. And zoom in, which will cut off the candle. But just so you know, probably tomorrow I'll do a video where I just show the candles and you can sit with them, so to speak, virtually anyway. And I'll do that tomorrow because they still are burning down. They burn at different rates. I mean, these aren't super expensive candles, so let's zoom in, see how far I can go. How does that look? I'm cutting off the top. Okay, so that's not bad looking. And I'll link to a website that kind of shows another way of laying these out. I think they're like one big picture, at least the major arcana. And you can kind of see hints of it where they connect. Took me a while to put them in order because I didn't pick up on the dot, the Morse code kind of thing going on in the bottom. Dot, 2 dots, 3 dots, 4 dots, dash is 5, I believe, 5, 6. I didn't see it at first. And the book is, oh my gosh, this little white book is horrible. So it's the Xultun Tarot. I believe this is feminine, male, masculine, something like that. There's 2 extra cards. That's what the backs look like. I'll put these, I guess, over here, kinda. Does that show up? Not very well, dude, not very well. I'll scoot ya. Hang on. Just put it down a little bit so you can see the difference. And this is, let's do the book first because I wanted to point out something. Most of the words, and there aren't a lot of words, and it's one of those annoying books, one of those things. Is that the picture? No, that's another kind of picture. That's from the book Flight of Feathered Serpent. instead of Flight of the Feathered Serpent. Well, maybe it doesn't have to have a "the" in there. I don't know. Amazon seemed to have corrected it in the name of the product, but not on the actual book, of course. But what was I going to say? There's a lot of the words are devoted to the method of shuffling. Are you kidding me? And mine came from Wisconsin. Even though when you look at their website, which I will try to remember to link to below, it says it's New Zealand, which is strange. Either way you look at it, Wisconsin, New Zealand, they're both kind of far from Tikal, I guess is where Xultun would be near. Tikal, Guatemala, I think. I know I've been to Tikal. I've been to Cancun, Mexico, which we thought was near Tikal. It's not. It's really long drive away. But the suits in this are staffs, swords, cups, jades, of all things. But the puzzler, and why I had such a tough time ordering them, was this bit right here, where, look at this, 0, 1, 2, uh-oh, it's on the next page, 3, 4, wait, where's 5 and 6? Oh, it's on the back, 5, 6, then you gotta come back, 7, 8, 9, then you gotta go over, 10, 11, and you're like, ugh. And then you notice the dots and bars, even though they look like a lump. Not really like bars. But there are some symbology on here. Would I ever use this? Probably not, because from what I know of the Mayans, or at least what they tell us or think they found, there was some human sacrifice involved, which is kind of off-putting. It's almost like having a Nazi tarot deck, and that may not be true. I mean, you know, sometimes they don't know everything, and they change their mind later, so we're pretty sure about the Nazis, but we may not be so sure about Mayans, because after all, they wrote with these weird glyphs, which I think they can kind of read now. I'm not sure. But that's what the backs look like. Odd color green. I would have preferred that they had the glyphs, you know, if I was into this. And I'm not sure what that is. It's like a bird. It's this, I believe, or that. So that's the Fool card, if I didn't hold it up. There's no 0 or nothing. And the link to the website, you can see how this gets laid out a little differently. But those are the majors. And let's bring in the first suit, which is Jades. I tried to add some background color here instead of black all the time. Not sure it's working. Whoops. The whole reason you got the cloths was for this. And it turns out that for this particular deck, it is not wide enough, is it? Nope. It's a battle I'm not going to win, apparently. There we go. I think that's a little better. I could probably zoom in some, huh? Sorry, I'm taking too long on something I won't even use. So those are the jades. But that's okay. You can fast forward through this part. Those numbers are awful big, aren't they? Instead of, you know, page, knight, queen, king, it's servant, warrior, lady, lord. I doubt those would be words that mean much to Mayan. I don't know. See, a back even like this would have been better, or the green, or the red. You know, that's what you think of. A little bit. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, here come the swords. I don't think I color coordinated these things. Let's see if we can hide that red, which is kind of trying to take over. These are swords. I think I said that. And lastly, staffs, wands, whatever. Uh-oh, these are crooked. This doesn't hold the cards in place, this felt. So I might not repeat this idea. And that was hopefully not quick enough. A quick show of the Xultun. Something sticky on there. Tarot. This is a codex. Codex? I don't think so. So let me zoom out so you can at least see the candles on our way out. But like I say, I will do a video probably tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday, yes. And then one later in the week as they burn down further. Since I'm stuck inside most of the time, I just take them back out and put them in the fireplace, which is a safer place to burn them. So with that, I will say peace.